My guest this evening is Quinn Lemley, who at the age of 16 was studying opera in France. Since then has toured pretty much all over, singing standards such as Rodgers and Hart, and now she's in a burlesque show, Burlesque to Broadway, which begs the question, what's a nice girl like you doing in a show like this?
Oh, well, you know, it's just so much fun with sequins, feathers, and fans and all of the great American songbook. How could I not be doing a show like this?
Life's candy and the song's a ball of butter. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade.
Well, burlesque is considered, or has historically been considered, a lower form of entertainment, or I should say lowbrow.
It has been, but I'm a singer, and I was looking for a vehicle. I was doing a show on the life of Rita Hayworth, which has all the wonderful songbooks. And I was thinking, oh, you know, what about all of these women that went from burlesque to Broadway and beyond, and they really shape-shifted our culture as we know it with music and style and the body humor. And it's fun. I mean, don't you feel good with fans and
Absolutely.
feathers?
I think the operative word on these women was shape.
Yes, shape. And we've got 5 gorgeous women on stage and a hot 9-piece big band. So it's a lot of fun, and it's one show-stopping song after another.
Keep your seat. It's the beat that brought us the tapping feet from Harlem down to 42nd Street.
What kind of songs do you have in the show?
We have everything from Irving Berlin to Cole Porter to Leslie Gore to Tom Jones, She's a Lady. Paul Anka wrote it, but everybody knows it's Tom Jones.
And did I hear a song from the producers a little earlier?
You did. We have a big fan dance called If You've Got It, Flaunt It. And so we did a little twist on it and have a big, beautiful burlesque fan dance.
So maybe we need to concentrate on the Broadway part of the show.
Well, I think it's all, you know, it's all good because we even do things from Pal Joey, which was in a classic night, that terrific Rainbow, and they were girly girl and they were kind of burlesque girls. And so there's really something for everyone. It really runs the gamut from the early 20th century to today.
Well, I know one of the songs in Pal Joey is called Zip. Very appropriate, I guess,
Yes.
for a show like this.
Well, I did Zip in my Rita Hayworth show. You know, she was in the film with Frank Sinatra and Kim Novak.
Mm-hmm. Well, isn't that based on a Gypsy Rose Lee routine?
Yes, it's based on Gypsy Rose Lee. She plays Vanessa the Undresser.
On that. Speaking
But she thinks about smart things and what she's going to do with all her money while she's performing her striptease act.
Okay, and let's get the operative word striptease, because stripping, Mae West, as she is well known, really never took anything off, at least in her latter career, in her movies.
She didn't
and
have
yet,
to. She was one of the sexiest people ever because it was her mind. And this show is about the power of women and how they used their brains and their you know, the suggestion of the tease. It wasn't about taking off all your clothes. It's about titillating and teasing, and you know, it's what you don't see. And that makes it really exciting, and that makes it different than a striptease.
so I guess as Gwen Verdon said, it's a little brains, little talent with an emphasis on the latter.
On the latter, yes.
Are there any comedians or?
Yes, me and my girls. When I wrote the show, it was really important for me to also have those crossovers with the baggy pant comics that were always done by men. And they were always, you know, there was a straight man and then the really goofy one. And I thought, what would it be like if sexy women did these jokes?
I used to be Snow White, but I drifted.
And I wanted to do a new show. I thought, well, I have to play I wanted to play myself, but I thought, what was Gypsy Rose Lee's act like? We all know the musical Gypsy, and what was it about her that made her so legendary? And it was her wits. It was her mind. She was a writer. She wrote screenplays. She wrote novels. And when she did her striptease, it was all about, you know, titillating humor. The same with Mae West, and it made them legends.
Now, obviously, it's pretty easy to find a strip club today. I was curious, your show has been touring.
We play major performing arts centers around North America.
So has any professional stripper come up to you and said, "Oh, I'd love to try and bring this back"? Because generally, not that I know this from experience, but generally it's just modern stripping is just that.
Well, there's a whole program now, or a renaissance of neoclassical burlesque, but it's more blue and it's really racy, and we're about beauty and power and strength and fabulous music. I'm a singer first and foremost, so it's all about the music and the lyrics and the Great American Songbook and the tease. And
She's a lady. Whoa, whoa, whoa. She's a lady. Talking about that little lady. And the lady is yours.
And February 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, we will be here in New York City at the Gramercy Theater with Live Nation. So I hope everybody's going to come out, put on their boas, and have a good time, because there's something for everyone in this show.
Okay. So a lady who runs the gamut, not just from burlesque, but from opera, Broadway, and pretty much everything in between. And feathers. Beats the bubbles on the Lawrence Welk show, don't you think?
Yes, definitely.